I just want to come on here and talk about something. Politics and like taking a real good look at the deterioration of the Democratic Party. And I said, man, what's the difference? What changed? What changed? The effective stand up, like chest up man ain't in the Democratic Party. Can't find him. Like they don't like. Do you see a man in the Democratic Party really standing up for families? Get out of here, man. They don't got it. So that's why when you see here and you look at black men, I had a talk with a woman the other day, man, and she was sitting here and she was trying to tell me, she was telling me about things that she didn't understand about men, and I say, well, that's the problem with today. Most males weren't in the household, so women didn't get to see how male authority works, how rational a male mind works. And I just went through a couple of scenarios, and she said, "Man, it's very rare that you find a man and communicate." And so when I look at the Democratic Party, it's not it's not male strength. It's like, yeah, yeah, it's like mayonnaise. Everything is mayonnaise or mayonnaise with raisins. That's what I look like, and I see the male leadership in the Democratic Party. Mayonnaise, extra raisins. And when I say something is mayonnaise, let's just think about something that's real good, like cheesecake. What would mayonnaise do to cheesecake? So when I be saying like something is mayonnaise, like it's just something that's watered down. That's just it's vanilla. It's mayonnaise. And that's what I see with the male leadership in the Democratic Party. It's weak, weak, weak. Who listening to you? Weak. Who listening to you? Ain't nobody listening to nobody in the Democratic Party. That's a male, like, seems like an authority figure, stand up guy, Joe Lewis type guy. Where's he at? That's why the Republicans was able to sell out and get the black men over there the amount that they got. Y'all sit here mad at black men. I had to explain to my homegirl the other day that men, even though I grew up in an impoverished community and I do have democratic ways, like socialistic ways where I like to give to the poor, and I feel the government should give to society in certain ways. It should help the poor and should do certain things. But I'm conservative in nature. What you mean? I ain't about everything. The Democratic Party is the party of everything and anything. And to me, if you anything and everything, you ain't nothing. If you a man and you don't stand on your words, you ain't nothing. In the Democratic Party, what are they? Smoke. Y'all sit here and y'all let Biden play in our face. Me as a black man, seeing Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And watch this man get in office and look the other way. Man, get out of my face. The Democratic Party is weak. The male leadership is frail and bent over. Out of here. They out of here. That's why nobody don't vote for the Democratic Party. Stop saying it's Donald Trump. You ain't gonna have nobody to blame in 2028. You're not gonna have anybody to blame. And you don't have no candidates that people respect. You don't have nobody in the Senate that's a male authority figure that seems like a male authority figure in the Democratic Party. Where they at? They all sound like this. They sound like Mr. fucking Rogers. Man, sound like you got some balls. Where them balls at? Pull them out. Do they hang to the floor? Do they tuck up under your navel? What's going on? The male leadership in the Democratic Party like some people that tuck their nuts up and they balls up under their thing and put their drawers on. That's what it seemed like with the Democratic Party. Thank you and have a good night.